So when Devon and I were younger and we would read children's books, we didn't really see other characters that looked like us. We didn't see African American characters. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Devon, the only example that I can remember of reading a book with an African American doctor was Ben Carson. His story, Gifted Hands. I read that several times, and that kind of contributed to my interest in wanting to pursue the field of medicine. So with this book, it's interesting that we've actually created a resource now that's like that is sparking children's interest all across the world in medicine and showing representation and showing that, hey, they did it, we can definitely do it too.
The reaction was incredible. We set it up so in a way that we can see where the downloads are coming from. And of course, we just wanted 100 kids to read this. And within the first couple of weeks, it was in the tens of thousands. It was very overwhelming.
You'll have someone right up the street in Loma Linda, but you'll also have someone in Paris looking at the book. So it's definitely way more than we expected, but I'm really happy that so many children were able to read our story. After our COVID book, we decided to make a series of books kind of talking about and teaching about different organ systems and then tying it in with the doctor that takes care of that organ system. So let's talk, for example, about our last book, Why Your Skin is Beautiful. That book talked about the integumentary system and highlighted and taught about what a dermatologist does. So first things first, after we did that, was coming up with the storyline. Usually we sit down and we type out exactly what the characters will say. We set the scene. After that, we usually come up with a storyboard of what we want each page to look like. From there, it's pretty straightforward. Devon is usually the one that deals with all the technical aspects of the book, so he'll reach out to our illustrator, who is absolutely amazing. So this would be an example of what we would send our illustrator, and then she turns it into this. So Millie or Suzie and Grandma with Dr. DaCosta, and then Dr. DaCosta seeing an infant, children, and then adults. So we can have them with our hearts pump blood to our entire body, and then they can color Millie and Suzie with their hearts.
So we still have the lungs, the emergency medicine, we still have all these different topics. Once we finish addressing the different health topics and different body parts, we want to branch off into Millie and Suzie learn about what it's like to be a lawyer, what's it like to be a fisherman, what's it like to be a chef, a pilot. It could be so many things. So we just want the overarching picture of Millie and Suzie is to inspire kids to learn about all different types of things they can do with their futures.
Sitting in my room, typing on my iPad about Millie and Suzie, at that point it was just a figment of mine and Devon's imagination. And then you share this baby, your project online, and you wake up the next day and you have 1,500 messages, and it's like, what did I just do? I feel like in all of that, my favorite messages are like, hi, my daughter just read your book and she wants to be a pediatric trauma surgeon and she's 3. And it's like, go ahead, you can do it. So I think it's just, you have these ideas in your mind, and when you share them with people and they take it and they run with it, and when those people are little kids, it's just so surreal for me.
Even before we started having the hard copies of the books, it was always free to download. So even now we have the hard copies now, the past books and the current books and the future books will all be free to download, because we feel that all kids should be able to have this. So everything can be found on our website, millieandsuzie.com. From there, you can click on the links to buy or download all of the content.